Peace and power, family. We are back with another reading for Lionsgate 8-8. You know, I'm a big Leo, so we always have to do a Lionsgate reading. And Lionsgate is really about new opportunity, doors opening, walking in faith, okay? And the first card I pulled was, Am I letting fear stop me? It says, Are you experiencing a mountain of fear right now? Are you stalling, freezing, or giving up? The juicy secret is that you are the boss of fear. You are unstoppable. But it's up to you to see that by taking action. Okay. And what stands out to me from that is that the way to combat fear is to take action. Once you start doing the things that you are afraid of doing, you remove the fear because you are actually doing the thing. It's no longer scary because it's happening in real life. So take action towards your goal, this Lion's Gate, so that you can remove that fear. The next card I pulled says, Am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? It says, Are you going through some change? Are you scared to let go because of what you might lose? What if you shifted your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? Endings are actually new beginnings. And I think that is so important. Endings are actually new beginnings because what is meant for you will always find you and it will stay with you and you will never have to question it. If it is not meant for you, then it needs to go on. It needs to leave. You need to let it go. So if things are leaving your life, let them go. Okay. This is the time to be making space. This is the time to be creating the space for new opportunities and new beginnings so that you can launch into the life of your dreams. The next card I pulled was the Judgment in reverse. And what really stood out to me from this was focus on what lasts, right? We are always afraid of judgment, about how we're going to be perceived, about how we're going to be represented when we show ourselves. And you have to release that fear of judgment and focus on what lasts. And that is your passion. That is your commitment. That is your discipline. That is your faith, right? That is your creativity. You have to let those things that are more important to you than somebody else's judgment be the thing that you focus on, because that is what will last. The next card I pulled was a 9 of machetes in reverse. And what stood out from this card was face your fears head on. Okay. Move right at them. Look them in the eye and let them know that they will not be the thing that defeats you. They will not be the thing that stops you from achieving your goals. They will not be the thing that gets in the way of your dreams. Okay? Face your fears head on. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. You see how she holding her head? It's all in your head. When you start taking action, going back to that first card, when you start taking action, you will prove to your brain that it is possible and that there is nothing to be afraid of. Okay? Lastly, we got an affirmation card. I love these cards. It says, I have faith in my ability to build the life I've always dreamed of. Okay? It's on you. It is on you to build the life that you always dreamed of. Nobody else is going to line things up for you and just hand you the life of your dreams. You have to do the work. You have to take action. And the Lion's Gate is the perfect time to do that. I love y'all.